2K Sports presents Thursday Night in the NBA. Joining me in the booth, Carmelo and Steve Kerr. And this is Stephen Harper. It's one of the NBA's oldest rivalries as the Celtics come to New York to take on the Knicks. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. And that does your confidence, guys. No fading. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brandon Dash and Kevin Garnett, the duo inside. Avery Bradley is out there with Pierce, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, up front, it's Carmelo Anthony and Tyson Chandler. Then there's Amon Shumpert. And there's Felton.
The offense is getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old-school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And so he makes both from the line.
You know, for the better part of the history of the NBA, Kevin, the Knicks have been a fixture in the playoffs. And up until the last few years, they have missed out, but it looks like they're back now.
Here's Garnett. And good on the basket. Book it.
You know, it is really hard to miss shots that close to the basket.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Mike Woodson had a few moments to share with me. He said that as long as they move the ball and don't get baited into bad shots, their offense should carry them in this game. He said, we have a lot of guys that can fill it up. As long as we can mix up what we show them, we'll always find a way to get points. Let's see if they can vary their looks to get good shots, guys.
Appreciate the report, Doris. So Steve and Clark, how does their offensive strategy fit into this matchup?
Well, I think they want to dictate the tempo, and that means really attacking the defense, getting out and running, and moving the ball efficiently.
And with their style of play, Steve, the offense they run, I expect this game to be played on their terms. They're going to assert themselves and play it their way.
Shots good by Anthony. And that stretch with the Knicks are out of the postseason picture 7 consecutive years, which matched their only other big drought in the 60s. But they're back, Steve. Their roster's improved. They are back.
Yeah, but how far back are they, Kevin? I think that's the question. They've been good enough. They've had a lot of talent in the last couple of years, but the pieces haven't quite fit together. So they're still trying to put it all together as one, trying to make that next step.
The Knicks making the switch here. Smith is checked in. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Boston Celtics.
And what a terrific game for their role players. As they had players coming off the bench, chipping in offensively.
Yeah, and it was an unexpected boost, but a big one nonetheless. I mean, they didn't miss a beat. No matter what unit was on the floor, things were being done effectively.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Yeah, he flushed that one down and then hung around the marble at his work a little bit.
Getting acquainted with that rim.
And giving the photographers an extra second or two, I guess. One of the great jump shooters in this league, Jason Eugene Terry, calls himself the Jet. Accurate off the pull-up, shooting range, or pick you apart from the foul line area, and most effective going right. When he gets the ball one dribble to his right hand, he's as good as anybody in the league.
Offensive rebound. Garnett the pass to Banks. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And no mistakes on the layup. And it's 6 points for Garnett.
And hard work on the boards, guys, leading to that putback.
And Terry, of course, a great scorer. His defense, on the other hand, probably a little bit below average.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age, and he's never been a stalwart defensively. It's a lot tougher as you get older to stay in front of people, but it's definitely his offense that gives him tremendous value.
Here's Anthony, and there's the lay-in. Anthony's got his second level of the night.
Such a heel shot. Floater over the top.
Kenyon Martin is checked in for the Knicks. Terrence Williams is checked in for Boston. And now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at New York. And, of course, there's the Celtics tied up with them.
What I love about Doc Rivers, the Celtics head coach, is the consistent message he has for his team. Defense, share the ball, trust your teammates. That's what that club is all about.
Well, he can shoot the three. We know that.
I'm not sure that he does. They weren't anywhere near him on that possession.
T.J. White is checked in for Brandon Bass. Boston trail. You know, Steve, you look at the success the Celtics have had. Rivers was there back when the team wasn't so great, and the organization stuck with him, and now he is stuck with them.
I think that's a credit to the Celtics organization, Kevin, because so often NBA teams fire their coaches when things go badly, but Rivers didn't have any talent back then. Once he got some talent, everybody realized what a great coach he was because he's put them together. They've been consistent and unified. And he does such an amazing job of communicating to his team and motivating them. That's why they've been in this long run.
And that one's good.
Boy, is he spit polished offensively. His ability to break down defense is one of their driving forces.
A shot by Terry. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Terry's got his first points in this one.
You know, throughout the history of the NBA, the Celtics have been such a constant presence in the postseason that it's hard to imagine the playoffs without seeing the green. Every year the players change, but the Celtics' mystique is always in it, and that team is always hanging around.
Here's Felton after Paul Pierce's score. Martin with the screen on Pierce. Smith missing again.
Shooting-wise, he's having a tough quarter. I mean, he just seems to have gone cold. Can't find the basket.
Look, it's really the mark of a great franchise. Boston expects great things from the Celtics each year, and more often than not, Steve, they deliver.
Yeah, you don't get all those banners that they have in that building without executing in the postseason. That's what this Celtics team has done the last.
He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What a point.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Here's Felton. Here's Martin. Here's Shumpert. That's good.
Almost so in control. Always going hard to the hoop. Very skilled finisher.
Terry with it. Oh, Felton defending. Here's Terry. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Terry's got his second bucket of the game to go. And it's Anthony with the jam.
I'm not sure if any player can stop that.
Maybe the only play that could beat it is another alley-oop jam.
Yep. Even then, it would be hard to execute it any better than that one.
To the middle, Shumpert. And they will get the basket in folks as they lead
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. Can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Lee against Smith. Lee sets a screen for Williams. Williams gets a screen from Terry. Seconds left. And it's Williams with the jam.
Both these teams really fighting hard here. This is an impressive matchup.
Yeah, not much separation they would be created.
At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Celtics out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
That'll be a kickball. Checking in.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they've got. Jason Kidd and J.R. Smith, man in the backcourt. Up front, it's Carmelo Anthony and Tyson Chandler. And it's White in at the 3 spot.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding can play large.
Yeah, in a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside for Kidd. Smith outside. In low to Martin. Takes it up. the block. Now here's Bradley. And the shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Paul Pierce is checked in for 14 lead. And so he draws the foul on the shot, not trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Chandler is such a defensive presence inside. He's athletic. He's 7'1". He can cover ground. He can guard pick and roll. He can also close you out and block your shot at the rim. And he's also a very efficient offensive player as well. Chandler is a big-time talent.
Yeah, he really is. He's a high-effort guy, too, especially on the glass. I mean, he stays around the rim and hits some of the most emphatic putbacks and alley-oops you'll ever see.
The Knicks making a switch here. Novak's checked in.
What a luxury it is for Boston to have Paul Pierce on this roster, because when the play breaks down, he's probably as good as anybody in the league at just backing you down, using that strength, using his incredible footwork to get a shot up, not just any shot, but a high percentage.
Bradley kicks to Williams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt here. Here's Kidd. Pierce with the steal.
Defensive foul. James White.
Celtics leading by 3. Bradley with the ball. He's picked up by Kidd. Pierce attacking. And Anthony sends it back.
So far, he hasn't made much of a contribution at the offensive end.
Here's Bass. Rebound by Smith. And Paul Pierce, one of the most versatile scorers in the NBA.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he can back you down, he can face you up, he works off screens, he can make plays off the dribble for himself or his teammates. He's a multi-pronged problem for the opponent.
Bradley can't get it to go.
It's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. Right in his face.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Well, the shots just were not dropping for them in that game. A cold shooting night, that's all you can say.
Well, the shot selection was a big part of it, Steve. I mean, they were taking terrible shots. It's not at all what you like to see from a team that should certainly be able to execute that.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Jason Kidd. The Celtics also with a sub. Jason Terry, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Boston. Knicks trailed by 4. Felton with the ball. Guarded now by Jason Terry. Chandler right side. Felton. Back to Chandler. New York moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That is good. White's got his second bucket tonight.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
Terry kicks to Bass. They kick it out to Green. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Knicks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And I think, guys, we'll never stop talking about that Knicks trade with Carmelo and Anthony. It was such a fascinating deal. Everyone thought the Knicks probably made out the best getting Carmelo, but with Denver, since they were able to have, that's a pretty intriguing deal, really for both teams.
The kick out to Pierce. This one for 3. Gets it to go. Pierce has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's his first 3-pointer, so maybe that one will get him started.
Rarely does a deal actually work out, Steve, for both sides, but both the Knicks and the Nuggets made the postseason last year, and both teams, I think, Clark has certainly got what they want.
Yeah, and we're still in the early stages of Melo's career, Kevin. Certainly as it relates to him with being with the Knicks, so he could ultimately become that player they're looking for as far as a leader goes. Let's see how it plays out going forward.
DJ White, he's checked in for the Celtics. Lee comes in for Paul Pierce. Lon Shumpert's checked in for White. Garnett backing down. Poke loose. Courtney Lee is on the wing, covered by Smith. No good from Lee.
And guys, you can see why the Knicks signed Tyson Chandler to that free agent deal coming into last season. The defense, the shot blocking, the leadership, communication. He's kind of the quarterback at the defensive end of the floor for New York.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Tyson Chandler Clark last season's Defensive Player of the Year. Wouldn't you say he's been probably exactly what the Knicks needed?
Yeah, hand and glove fit, but he would have been that way for any team because of his defensive IQ and his production at that end of the floor.
Celtics making a switch here. Melo's checked in.
And now, guys, still early in the second quarter, and that's his second foul. I'd be anxious to see if they leave him in here.
The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Free throw good, Felton.
Oh, we look at Jeff Green out of Georgetown here playing at the small forward. Really a combo. He can play either the 3 or the 4. I think what makes him tough is that he can handle the ball like a 3, but he's got the size of a power forward.
And the Knicks making a change here. Novak's checked in. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Celtics. Melo dishes to Bradley. Lee with the ball. Now Smith defending. The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
2 shots.
The Knicks have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Well, to this point of the season, guys, they're knocking down about 76% of their free throws.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Jason Kidd is checked in for Raymond Felton. And then for Boston, Brandon Bass is checked in for White. And Paul Pierce is subbed in for Courtney Lee.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there. That's the shot he was looking for. I'm surprised he didn't get his ball.
Your Knicks, 33. The Celtics, 33.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Now, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the fourth.
On the floor for Boston. Green is out there with Brandon Bass. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then there's Fab Melo. And it's Pierce in at the 2-spot. Shot from the wing. Melo with it. Green with a screen for Melo. Here's Bass. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Bass has got 9 points.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of the screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get a shot.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Martin kicks to Shumpert. And he makes good on the way. Shumpert's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Right, you just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy, partner. I mean, pound it inside.
Green with a screen on Kidd. Bradley passes to Green. So against the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the line for him here.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for New York. Anthony comes in for Kenyon Martin. The Knicks with the lead. Outside Kidd. Kidd off a pick from Chandler. Kidd attacking. Passes it to Smith. Tipped away. Clock at 6. Now Chandler inside. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's dishes to Bradley. Hits the jump hook. Bradley's got his second bucket of the night.
They've really caused a lot of trouble with their defense, and it's paying dividends for them at the other end.
Well, it's the old saying, good defense lead to good offense, and there's no question that's the case right now.
Smith in the post. Goes back up. Chandler, no good.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
And Green gets it to go.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, I'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
The Celtics making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. The Knicks making a switch here. White's checked in. Anthony kicks to White. Now Chandler inside. That's good. Chandler's got 5.
Four of their last 5 buckets now in the paint area.
They're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intention.
Garnett the pass to Green. Back to Garnett. And he throws it down with one hand.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Smith dishes to White. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Knicks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, Carmelo Anthony began his career in Denver, had some good years there with the Nuggets, but felt he'd be happier in New York. So basically forced that trade from the Nuggets to the Knicks. And I think everybody felt like when he arrived there, the Knicks would take off. But it's been a little bit of a challenge in New York so far. They haven't been the dominant team that everybody had expected and hoped. No excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Bradley backs in. Back to Green. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws. And poor Carmelo Anthony playing for the Knicks, a homecoming. He grew up as a child in Brooklyn before moving to Baltimore.
And I think, Kevin, he also felt like the Knicks, with their financial resources and that big market that is New York City, would put him in a good position to perhaps win it all. That'll be the challenge, though. It takes more than talent to win a championship.
The Knicks making a switch here. Novak's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Terry's checked in. Felton against Terry. Felton kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Anthony's shot is off.
I like the work there, contesting that shot. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
That's his first personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting from New York.
I like DJ White. Came out of Indiana, nice front court reserve player. Can score a little bit, rebound. You know, he's not going to be a star. He's not going to try to do too much, but he knows his role, and he can fill that role really well.
Amon Shumpert's checked in for the Knicks. Richardson comes in for J.R. Smith. And a change for the Celtics. Terrence Williams is checked in for Jeff Green. Outside, Felton. Anthony. And Lee pulls it down.
And guys, DJ White really is still quite young. I mean, he can knock down the open jump shot for a big man. If I'm an NBA GM, he's a guy that I think at a reasonable price. I mean, he's the type of player that could perhaps play above what he might be paid. He's a good, valuable front court reserve in my mind.
The feed to Nova. Here's the triple. That's good, and so Felton makes the assist there. Novak's got himself going with with the triple, his first basket of the game. Terry, the pass to Williams. He feeds it to Garnett. Tries from the block. Garnett's got 4 this quarter.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Jason Kidd's checked in for Raymond Felton.
You know, you look at Kevin Garnett, what a great career. A Hall of Fame career, was the franchise player in Minnesota for well over a decade. Came to the Celtics, transformed them defensively, and became an NBA champion.
Now he's playing the center position and thriving. Williams has a screen for Terry. Williams, a screen on Kidd. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Knicks trail by 6. Clark, going back to what you were saying about the big tickets defensive impact on games and on that team, some would say he's the best defensive power forward of all time. I think that's what you're alluding to. Steve, what do you think?
Well, I think so, especially when you look at how the game has evolved in the last decade. It's so much more difficult to defend these days because you've got three-point shooters all over the court, and that's what Garnett does the best, is cover ground. He can cover the basket, he can cover all the way out to the three-point line. His communication and his tenacity, unmatched. Garnett, to me, the best defensive player that I can ever recall along the front line.
For 3, Kidd. Out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was doing the out-of-bounds line. This is Kevin Harlan. Reached up high and brought it down. You guys are crazy.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Celtics lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. So with Anthony sitting on the bench, here's who Mike Woodson's going with. Chasing.
Nasty, nasty. Whoa.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. That was just mean right there.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. They trail by 6. White, he started by Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. Three-pointer, Kidd. Good on the shot.
And the shootout continues.
Creating buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
Bradley gets the lead. Bradley is screen on Richardson. Foul call that time and a way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And that one misses. J.R. Smith's checked in for the Knicks. And he's good on the second.
Even with the one miss, he's still stretched into a 2-possession game. That's big for them right now.
He dishes it to White. Feeds it to Smith. Uncovered. Rebounded by the Celtics. Lee's got 3 rebounds now in the... Oh, look out!
And another quick strike for them. No question which team is running the fast break better here today.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been lethal in transition, Steve. It's one of the reasons they're out in front.
White. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
Not much resistance for him after that pick, Kevin. I mean, he had all sorts of space to hit the shot.
Here's Lee. He kicks to bench. It'll be Boston as he goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Novak's checked in. It's Felton in for Jason Kidd.
Let's go.
Knicks trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Novak. Second chance effort. Here's Martin. Count the bucket.
Well, they're just getting hammered inside. They really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up. Most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
Here's Smith. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. That's it. So they'll get the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Felton against Bradley. Back to Williams. Kicks it to Bradley. A pass to Lee. Bradley is screen on Smith. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second look.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
A different look for New York. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Martin. And it's Amon Shumpert in for White. DJ White is checked in for the Celtics.
So, you know, even from his college days in Syracuse, Carmelo has always had the ability to step up and punch down, and more often than not, deliver. When the fourth quarter rolls around, he seems to take his game to another level.
Well, with the way that Melo is able to create his own shot, Steve, off the dribble or in the post, that makes him very valuable and dangerous, particularly in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's a guy that makes it really hard to defend him because he's so versatile.
Felton off the pick from Shumpert. Shot by Felton.
4 straight field goals coming inside the paint.
Boy, they're taking it right to him, Steve, and the defense has really been way too passive for my life.
Williams, a screen on Anthony. Williams dishes to Bradley. Inside. Looking to end the run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, being behind in this game, Kevin, they're doing what they need to do, driving the lane and forcing the defense into some mistakes.
Well, and even if it doesn't fall, they're stopping the clock and getting a chance to score from the line.
Celtics making a switch here. Here's his check in. He's got to push it. New York calls timeout.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit. He's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Oh! Power punch right there.
Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And quite the degree of difficulty.
Amazing. That was amazing.
And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Knicks ball.
New York with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And the foul on Jason Terry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Brandon Bass is checked in for TJ White. Anthony, the pass to Smith. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here we go. There's the dish to Bass. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
Now, we've seen this from him before. Once he gets going, look out.
The Knicks leading by 3. Felton kicks to Anthony. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton's got his 5th assist in this one. The Celtics have done an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's for 3. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Yeah, there's no agenda. I mean, the ball's just moving to whoever is open. And as a result, they've kind of developed a clicking kind of pace to their game. It's been fun to watch.
6 to shoot. Felton dishes to Carmelo. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Courtney Lee is checked in for Boston. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Williams has a screen for Lee. Dishes it to Bass. Back to Lee. Outside Williams. And Williams slams it in.
Did you see that?
Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We've got to see that again.
I need a replay. I'm not sure what I just looked at.
A crowd by Anthony. seconds left in the game. So for the Knicks, Tony Martin, he's checked in for Chandler. He comes in for shot. Jason Kidd is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Then for the Celtics, Garnett comes in for Chris Wilcox. And it's Green in for Terrence Williams.
What a huge shot.
That's what happens when you knock it down late.
Well, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. You can see some long possessions out of them going forward.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Defensive foul. One for your Knicks. J.R. Smith. 2 shots.
That's the first. The Eagles put them up by 2. Both teams changing it up here. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, that's huge. Big foul shots to get them to 3-point lead.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's the pass to Williams. Green gets a screen from Williams. Green with a screen on Smith. Here's for 3. No good from 3-point territory.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting the hand up and challenging.
Yes, he's lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
60 seconds.